Good evening, traders. This is Cousin Vinny coming to you Saturday night after all the kiddies are in bed, November the 20th. I thought I would review CREE one more time to show you what I was looking at to get into this successful options trade. Looking at the daily, we saw the Bollinger Bands constricting. We saw the 100 EMA up above. We saw this retest of the highs 4 times, and upon the support of this 20, I started looking at this as a trade entry. So looking at the 15-minute on Tuesday, as I mentioned once before, I saw this pattern where we were up high. We started to base, and I saw the 100 EMA on the 15 starting to turn as well. We had a compression of the Bollinger Bands signaling a move, which coincided with the quadruple top on the daily that I was looking for a breakout. So I was looking for an entry on this trade. I typically won't enter until after 10:30-11, as I mentioned. So I got in here just above the 50 EMA. My stop was just below the 50 EMA, and we let this run. Okay, we had a multiple day swing on it, and I got out at the high here. You had a second chance on Friday, which I posted in the room, to get out at the highs as well. Not as high, but very close to it. So this is a very successful trade. I'll wait for this to recalibrate itself before looking at another entry. It could run as high as 62.50, which is the gap right here. So that's a possibility. But I won't be getting back into this unless there's some momentum that piques my interest. Another trade I got into on Friday was DPS. I got a call from Mr. Gas. If you're a day trading radio member, you know Mr. Gas. I got a call from him, and he said that he was getting into the common. I looked at I believe that the 40 strike on the December front month options. So what I was looking for here was this move down and support on the 200 EMA. So I started to say, okay, well, this seems to be working. We got up above the 100 EMA on Thursday. Bollinger Bands didn't make it all the way down, or excuse me, stochastics didn't make it all the way down to the bottom where it was before it turned. So I started to break this down and looked at the 15-minute. And on Thursday, we had this nice run up. Again, we had that support of the 200 EMA on the daily. So with the stochastics oversold, I said to myself around noon time, before noon, when Gas called me, we had a nice flag here. So I said, you know what, I'd take an entry here. I took the December 40 calls. They were bid at 20 cents, ask 30, so I split the bid. I got in 5, just small for now, and looking for $40 on this particular trade. Now, some of the other things I'm looking at as well to support these decisions was the SPX on the 16th. CREE was moving higher, if you remember, on the 16th. You see this here. We had some nice trend continuation. On the SPX, we had a sell-off. So using Johnny's methodology and directly from Jeff Cooper's book, Hit and Run Trading, you always look for the stocks, if you want to go long, that are holding support, are holding strength in the morning when the S&P is doing the opposite. So that was one of the reasons for me getting back in, or getting into CREE and running that. DPS, same thing. We had some strength and DPS was strong all day anyway. So other things I look at: U.S. dollar downtrending channel. We bounced off of that on Wednesday and moving lower. Relative strength is somewhat weakening. Stochastics is rolling over, and CCI gave a sell signal on Thursday. So the U.S. dollar is supporting what I'm thinking here. And I'm also looking at copper, which is showing a bounce off the 50 EMA. As you know, copper is a leading indicator, so we see stochastics starting to turn. I'll be watching this for further longs going into this week, Monday. The other things I look at are DBV, which is the Power Shares Currency Harvest Fund. It's a reflection of the carry trade going higher. Looks good. We had some nice volume, so that's keeping me in as well. TLT bonds are continuing to sell off. We had a nice little bounce on Monday, I believe. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, so Monday we had this nice reversal. So I'm keeping an eye on that as well. Again, this is Cousin Benny coming to you from Day Trading Radio, where we take trades like CREE and DPS every day. So come in and let's talk about options trades and so on. Have a good evening and enjoy the rest of your weekend.